Hello, I'm Rachel Bloom, and today we're going to talk about the capture of Adolf Eichmann. So, Israel's established in 1948, and Israel's like, okay, we need our own CIA. And so they form the Mossad. And David Ben-Gurion, who's the prime minister, is like, I'm going to appoint you, Izar Harel, to be head of Mossad. And Izar Harel is like, awesome. We're gonna hunt down Nazi war criminals, because there are a lot of Nazis still like chilling. And the guy at the top of their list is Adolf Eichmann, who literally planned the Holocaust. So Izar Harel is like, let's nail this fucking motherfucker to the wall like a fucking moose who's been hunted. Meanwhile, Adolf Eichmann is living in Argentina, making like a new alias. He's like, what's an Argentinian sounding name? Oh, I know, Ricardo Clement. Good job, Adolf. I mean, Ricardo, wink. However, his kids who are there with him, they're like, well, I'm really attached to Eichmann. It's like in all my yearbooks, like I'm gonna keep it. So the Eichmann kids are f***ing stupid. Okay. So, in the 1950s, Eichmann's son, Klaus, starts dating this very nice girl, Sylvia. And she's like, Daddy, I'm dating like the best guy. His name is Klaus Eichmann. And he's like, that's weird. My dog loves licking her My dog licks her vagina more than any dog.
That's cool.
Anyway, so Sylvia's father, Lothar Hermann, is like, Eichmann, where have I heard that name? And so Lothar tips off the Mossad. And he's like, my daughter's dating a guy named Klaus Eichmann. Like, this might be Adolf Eichmann. This might be the son of Adolf Eichmann. And the Mossad is like, we need to check this guy out. And so they send operatives to Argentina, all of whom are Holocaust survivors. And they're like, you need to take pictures of Eichmann to make sure this is Eichmann, so that we're not just like capturing some poor Argentinian dude.
Smart.
Okay, so, no!
What are you looking for?
My water went under the couch.
I got you. Got.
Thanks, friend. So they send a guy who just kind of walks up to him while he's gardening, and they're like, tell us how you garden. And he's like, well, and he like starts to explain gardening to them. And the whole time they have a suitcase that has like a spy camera in it. So they're like, and he's like, what's that sound? And they're like, nothing. So they send the pictures back to Israel, and the Mossad is like, dudes, this is Eichmann. Let's get him there. But Harel's like, whoa, Argentina's really bad about extraditing Nazis. They like don't give a shit for some reason. I don't know why. But they're just bad about it. And he tells Viharoni, if we're gonna capture Adolf Eichmann, we're gonna have to like full and kidnap him, like a kid on a milk carton. We're gonna have to milk carton Adolf Eichmann. So the four operatives, they go to Argentina. It's weird to tell a story about Nazis and be so cozy. Anyway, they park a deserted car to lure Eichmann, and they're like, hey guys, so to distract ourselves, we need to come up with a group name. How about the Kidnapping Friends? And one of them's like, no, okay, if we're gonna come up with names, now's not the time to do it, but if we're going to, I think it should be called the Abduction Posse. And another one's like, no, listen, how about, I don't know, the Snatch Squad? And they're like, Snatch Squad! And just then, that's when Eichmann walks down the road. And they're like, our car is broken down. Psych, it's not! And they tackle Eichmann. They just like full on like bum rush Eichmann, and they get him in the car. And my dog continues to lick her own.
I'll be done.
I want to do the rest of the story lying down.
You do it. You do it the way you want.
So they bring him to a safe house, and then they try to question him to make sure it's Adolf Eichmann living in Argentina. And Eichmann's like, hola. Me llamo Ricardo Clement. Like he's pretending to be Argentinian. They're just like, clearly not. You are a pasty white German dude. And finally, he drops all the shit. And he's like, all right, I'm Adolf Eichmann. Can I get a glass of wine? And they're like, okay. There's a plane leaving from Buenos Aires to Israel. how do we sneak Eichmann onto this plane? So May 20th, 1960, they sedate Adolf Eichmann, they dress him up as an El Al flight attendant, which is the Israeli airline, and they literally like drag him to the airport. Like full on Weekend at Bernie's-ing the orchestrator of like the worst thing that's ever happened in their lives, and just being like, oh, I'm tired, hello, I'm an El Al flight attendant. And they're literally carrying him like onto the plane. I mean, like, the story's f***ing insane. So they get him in Israel, and they put Eichmann on trial, and he's convicted, and he's hung outside of Tel Aviv.
Wow.
And the guys who captured him are like, look, far be it for we to celebrate death, but also, yeah.
The Nazis.
The Nazis, man. I'm alive. I'm 97.4 Ashkenaz.